Hey guys, and welcome to another stream with me, Supernautus. And today we're playing Agatha Christie, The ABC Murders. Yeah, we're playing a little bit of a mystery game today. We were kind of playing a bit of a mystery game yesterday too, in Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers, which we'll be back with tomorrow, I think. And so today we're going to play this one. From what I understand, there's a couple of different ways you can play this game. You've got a good and a bad ending. Presumably there's something in the middle if you do a mixture of both, I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see, won't we? So, without further ado, let's get started. Guess we're creating a new profile, and we don't really need to... I don't really need to tell you what the profile is going to be called. It's obviously me. Check through the options. So we can either have the voices be in English or French. The language, I'm a little confused as to why. The language could be English, French, Spanish, Italian, German, Brazilian or Portuguese, Polish, and Russian. So there you go. We'll keep it in English, because that's what I understand easiest. And we'll keep the subtitles on, because sometimes you don't hear things clearly. Or I don't, anyway. Okay, so let's play. So there are 50 achievements, apparently. And we're playing as Hercule Poirot. I think this is kind of a mixture of things.
Mr. Hercule Poirot. You fancy yourself, don't you, at solving mysteries that are too difficult for our poor thick-head British police? Let us see, Mr. Clever Poirot, just how clever you can be. Perhaps you'll find this nut too hard to crack.
How clever it can be.
Look out for Andover on the 21st of the month.
Andover, 31st of the month.
ABC.
ABC.
Oh, it's some sort of joke.
Maybe. But please remind me to inform Chief Inspector Japp.
Hey, at least he looks right. Not like that one they're doing with, the person whose name I can't remember at the moment for some weird reason. John Malkovich. John Malkovich is playing Hercule Poirot, but he's not going to have a moustache. And he's not going to be speaking with a Belgian accent. I don't know either. For anyone that actually knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. So some objects in your inventory can be modified. That's good. Those screens are not staying up for long enough for me to read them. But that's good, it means there's not any huge loading times, which is always a bonus. I'm sure you'll agree. Quite like the art style, it's more of an animation style.
It's here, Poirot. The murder took place in this street. Grim
If you're
place
looking for
indeed.
realistic graphics,
Tout à fait,
this
Steve.
doesn't have them.
The streets
Sorry.
of Andover are in a terrible state.
Well, actually, I don't know.
Look,
The
there's
scenery
Chief
looks really
Inspector
nice.
Japp. He's talking with a policeman.
You know, the
Let us try
backgrounds
not
and
to get our
everything
shoes
looks
wet.
quite nice. The characters, maybe not. So, ego points, collect them by acting the way Hercule Poirot does. Okay. Exercising the little grey cells. Now, how are the controls here? So we walk around. I guess we're going to walk over and speak to the inspector here.
Over here, it's Hastings and Poirot. You missed the 9 o'clock train?
We took the 10:30.
10:30.
Luckily, the service is good to Andover.
So, Chief Inspector, what do we have?
The victim is called Alice Asher. She owned this tobacco shop.
Alice Asher.
She was killed yesterday with a blow to the back of the head.
At what time?
Let me just check.
Yeah, when? When was she killed? Let him just check. So we can look at people. Oh, here we go. We can find clues.
Is Japp being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it.
Let's see. What will prove it, I wonder? This? How do I... A hat tipped proudly on the back of his head. And what's this? He's got a slight smile, apparently. And... a relaxed attitude.
Chap is in a good mood. I bet he thinks he's already caught the
It
culprit.
would appear so. And we unlocked an achievement for that. Apparently there are 50.
The last customer to see Mrs. Asher
Did that
alive
earlier.
left her shop at 5:30. The body was found at around 11 in the evening by an officer doing his rounds. The shop door was open. That's what alerted him.
Had anything
Okay.
been taken?
A little tobacco maybe, but you'd hardly murder for a few smokes. There's
Might.
nothing of any real value in the
It
shop.
depends.
What
If
type
you're
of
desperate,
woman
you
was
were.
Mrs. Asher?
In her 50s, married but
50s,
separated,
married,
no
separated, no
children.
kids.
Her husband?
Uh-huh.
attachments.
Franz Asher, the husband. Alcoholic and violent. It's said that he
It
regularly
seems like it's an
insulted
open and
his
shut
wife
case, doesn't
threatened
it?
to kill her.
Guess it's not going to be as straightforward as that.
A little too easy, don't you think?
Yeah.
You like complications, don't you? Well, this time you may be disappointed.
I may be, but
Protect.
I doubt
May I
it.
examine the crime scene?
Of course, old chap.
I'll
So
be
we're
with
gonna-
you in a minute, Poirot.
Examine the crime scene, but Hastings isn't going to be with us. Okay. Well, I'm going to take a look over here first at what's going on outside. Can I... Oh, there we go. Can't go any further than that, but there's something to look at here.
This fruit and vegetable shop has a front row seat, therefore an employee might have noticed something.
Employee may have noticed something when he was taking stuff away. Let's have a look. Let's look at all of this kind of stores that are in the area.
Dash! A puddle! How clumsy!
Oh, we stepped in a puddle. Well, that was clumsy
Dash!
of us.
A puddle! How
Can't
clumsy!
even it's on. Am I going to do that again? No, okay. What have we got here? We've got a sign.
This place is run down.
Oh, it's a very run-down place. Let's see what we can look at. We've got a sign here about a missing cat, apparently. That's exciting. Oh, we found something. A crumbling shop front. I see. Oh, we've got a vibration here. Lots of rubbish lying around, yeah, and... Oh, yeah, no, it must be there.
This is a really
Shop
cutthroat
rent.
neighborhood. Anyone could have committed the crime.
Anyone could have committed the crime. Okay, so that doesn't help us whatsoever then.
Dash! A puddle! How
Oh, we
clumsy!
keep stepping in puddles. How many times can we step in a puddle? Okay, so I guess we're going to go into her shop now. Although, does he not say she was a tobacconist? This says newsagent. So yeah, again. Act the same way as Hercule Poirot. Okay. Sure. Why not? We got here.
The place is unusually tidy.
Oh,
for
we've
a
got
crime
another
scene.
observation sequence. Oh, we've got some vibration already. Oh yeah, here we go. Something. No signs of struggle on the floor. There's a wooden floor and you can probably stand up pretty well to... Oh! Shelves that are in good order. Oh,
Nothing
and
suggests any sign of a fight.
nothing to suggest there was a fight. Well, yeah, she was hit on the back of the head, wasn't she? So what we're going to do there? She was hit on the back of the head. But there is some stuff behind the counter. Let's have a look. There's a book there. Yeah, okay. So we can observe it with the left stick. That's
It's
good,
not
yes.
just any railway guide. It's
It's an ABC. Can you see anything interesting about it?
It's open at the letter A.
A for Andover.
There are no prints on the book.
That's interesting. In itself. What else have we got here? We've got a paper bag with some blood at the bottom of
Red
it.
liquid is oozing out. Is it blood?
Well, maybe it's not blood. Let's see. No, it's
No.
strawberries.
It's just some strawberries that are losing their juice. They probably come from the fruit and vegetable shop opposite.
Probably. You're probably right. What else? Oh, we got some handprints on there. Surely that's something.
The counter is covered with fingerprints all on top of one another. Unfortunately, it will not be possible to use them.
Okay, so the fingerprints that we're looking at are totally useless. That's good, I guess. But there is... the woman's on the ground now, so... what can we look at there? I guess let's look at her body. What have we got here? Okay, so we got to do...
She just has one wound on the back of the head.
one wound back of the
There
head.
are no other wounds or sign of a struggle.
Okay, what else? Oh, we got something on her
The
hand
body
there.
is hidden by the counter and is not visible from the tobacco shop
So,
store.
yeah.
Many
people
customers
walking by
might have
wouldn't know
thought
she
that
was
Mrs. Asher
lying
had
there.
popped out.
What else is there? Oh, something on her elbow.
I can't see any other mark on the floor.
No other marks on the floor. What have we got here? We've got a cigarette pack.
She has a packet of Play cigarette next to her hand.
Plays
Did she
cigarettes.
drop it when she fell?
Maybe. Maybe she was stocking the
This poor
shelves or
woman's
something.
head is resting in a very even-shaped pool of blood.
Even-shaped pool of blood. I'm thinking it's been posed? Let's have a look. Is there anything...
There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf.
the cigarette packets are a mess. Was she maybe tidying up? Oh,
So,
Hastings
Poirot,
is here.
any news?
So, an ABC guide with no fingerprints, but prints all over the counter.
yeah.
Normally, the tobacco shop does not sell ABC guides.
No, so it's been put there by the murderer.
Mon ami, could you have a word with the neighbors? Some may have seen something.
Of course, my friend, I'll do it straight away.
What else can we look at in here? Is there anything else worth looking at? We looked at that. Oh, we can do something with the cash register. Object hides secrets behind complex mechanisms. It's up to you to decipher them. In order to find out what they're hiding, observe the object from all angles with the left stick. Zoom in by pressing LT when the hand icon is pointing to an element. Zoom out by pressing B. Certain elements can be moved. When the hand icon grabs an element, press LT and move it with the right stick. Press B to cancel the action.
The till
Okay.
does not appear to have been touched.
So
I have
the
to
till
check
doesn't appear
that
to have
nothing
been
is missing
touched.
from it.
What do we have here? We've got like a... what's that say? 8. Is it 8? Looks like 8. But nothing usable there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's... what's that? That would appear to be some kind of switch. Can we move it? Can we move it? I don't know.
Ah, a mechanism has
Oh.
just made a fan click.
I think we might have just unlocked it. Does that mean it's open now? And there's a 5 written. So there was an 8 at the other side. Oh, but wait, that's in the middle. Ah, look. See, that's like 3 lines. That one's 8 with 2 lines behind it. And then that's in the middle. That would suggest to me that this is going to be some kind of code, maybe? Something like a code of some kind? Certainly looks like it. Guess we'll have to see. Can we now open it, maybe? Oh, that's what we want to see. Okay, so what... no, that's all just... no, we don't need to do any of that, I don't think. Let's open it up, because that I would think will open the drawer.
The till is full of money.
Ah, look, there's
There
number
is
2.
Something strange.
There's 852. Does that mean something?
Something is hidden underneath.
But we can't.
Something is hidden. Something is hidden underneath.
Something's hidden, but we can't do anything about it. But what if... what if we type those numbers in, I wonder? can we do anything with those numbers? So if we type, yeah, but we don't have. Okay, just to. Did that do something? Oh, there we go. That opened that compartment, and in that compartment we find a key.
The key to the back of the shop.
Is it the key to the back of the shop? How do we know that? In that case, I guess we'll go and take a walk there and see. Oh, we've got another achievement for that.
The door is locked.
So how do I get to my... Oh. Which one of these is my inventory? That's exciting, but which one of these is my inventory? None of them, it would appear. Oh, there we go. Oh. There we go. We've unlocked the door. And this takes us into a bedroom of some kind, I guess. So let's take a look. What do we want to look at? The bed. There's some blood there. Or is it just ripped? No, there's definitely some blood there, look.
Blood?
Blood on the bed.
Did
blood
Alice
on a
Asher
handkerchief.
suffer from nosebleeds?
Well, she may have, and this picture's been turned down. Let's pick it up and see what the picture is.
An
Is that
inscription.
her husband?
Souvenir
That would be her
of our
husband, I
ongoing
guess.
in the
Franz
Black
Asher, as
Forest.
it says.
To my Alice forever, Franz Asher. The
Okay.
Ashers were a lovely couple when they were young.
When they were young, but obviously not anymore. What else is here? I think we've seen everything we could see there, so let's go... Oh, we got some stuff over here.
This interior is very simple.
A very simple kitchen. Oh, we've got the vibrating again. Oh, an old stove. That's exciting. What's that? That's a very simple tap. Oh, there's something over there, I
Mrs.
think.
Asher lived very simply.
So, a very simple life. Not much going on. What else have we got? Oh, there's a mirror. Apparently that's something we wanted to do. What else do we have? There's a chest of drawers, like some drawers here I walked past before. What is it? Oh look, it's got like some kind of maze puzzle on it. It looks like... So, this is like a maze, I guess. It looks like we need
Such
to
a
make...
pretty decoration should be at the center of the motif to respect the symmetry.
Well, yeah, it's obviously supposed to be. Can I... Okay, so we can't move that one. And we obviously can't move... Ah, wait. That looks more appealing. No. Okay, I need to turn to the side, not up and down. Well, it doesn't look like it's that one, because... It's not going to be there, because where's that going to go? Okay. This is more interesting, I guess. Okay, so that can't sit there. Well, it could be that way, except it can't, because what's that going to attach to? Have we gone right round? I think we might have gone right round. So the only way that's going to go in there is that way. Oh, but hang on. Well, no, because I was going to say we could do this, but obviously we can't, because it's not going to... Well, that's interesting. Or it would be if...
The wooden flower is preventing the circle.
So we can't turn that circle. Okay, so we need to make a... Oh, I wonder if... Could we move that to the next area? Looks like we can, but we can't move that area
is
now.
Preventing the circle from turning.
Yeah. But what if we turn this one? Is there one that will lead us to the middle? No, that's not going to work. Oh, but maybe... Okay, so the only one of those that's going to go to the middle, it looks like, is that one. Well, that's interesting. So if I move this across in such a way that it's going to go the... Ah, look. I have an idea. See if this works. If I drag this that way, and onto there, and then drag this back up, that should allow me to get that in the middle.
The wooden flower is preventing
Yeah,
the
okay.
sun.
I get you, but what I'm wanting to do is this.
I heard a fence
Ah,
sound
there we
as
go.
if something was unlocked.
So obviously you just need to adjust the position of it. Let's go back and see. Presumably that's opened the doors now, has it? What's it done? Can we get the door open now?
It is blocked.
So that's blocked. Okay, let's see what else is around. Oh, we've got some motifs of like birds. And there's one in each corner. And they obviously they're for something, but I don't know what. Let me just see something. Oh, now hang on, look. There are birds in the corners here too. What does that look like? So that is like up the way. So can you do something with? So there's one of those there, I guess. Okay, the controls are a little bit frustrating, but it looks to me like that one's in the right place. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm sure isn't the bird supposed to be like... Aha, there we go. It would appear that I've fixed one of them. So yeah, it looks like you've got to get them to be like the way the other birds are in the other ones. So that one's kind of, okay, facing down to the left, I guess. These controls are going to take a little bit of getting used to, I think. Okay, so that's not the right way, but if I move it this way... Is that not right? I feel like that's the way that that bird is looking. What else? Oh, do you know? I need to get used to these controls. That bird's facing... Well, its head's at the bottom. So let's do that with this. Just to see if that's what we're doing. That would appear to be correct. Or is it? Well, it doesn't let me lock it any other way, so I think that must be the way it is. We have one more, and I keep doing this. It is a bit counterintuitive, though. And that bird's head is on the left-hand side. So let's just try that and see if that's something. So this one should be... No, the other way. Okay. That's really annoying. Okay, there we go. Aha! So now we've opened door. And what do we have in here? Laudanum, it looks like. I see some laudanum.
Medicine.
Yeah, laudanum.
Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory, London. It's strange to find such an elaborate medicine from a leading London laboratory in the home of such a modest
Is
woman.
it? Oh, I'll take your word for it. These days, of course, you can find just about any medication anywhere. What do we have? It's a letter, or...?
From Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank, Eastfield Road, Andover. To Mrs. Alice Asher, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Dear Mrs. Asher, further to your request of 12 February 1935, I have informed my superiors of your wish to apply for a loan to acquire the lease of the shop you rent
So she
from
wants
Mr.
to
Fairfax.
acquire the lease.
Despite the seriousness of your case, I regret to inform you that your request has been denied. The amount of your personal
£11 is
contribution,
not
£11
enough.
is not high enough and represents too small a part of the final transaction. I remain at your disposal for any questions.
So she needed to give more money to keep the shop.
Mrs. Asher's meager savings were not enough for her to own the tobacco shop, but will largely cover her funeral costs.
Just enough to cover her funeral costs, eh? I think that's the kind of life a lot of people are stuck in these days. Barely enough money to cover their... Oh no, I've already done this. What's this box on the table?
What a strange box. It looks like you have to slide the slats of wood to open.
Slide the slats? Okay. Let's see. Oh well, okay. Now that's got I can see a hole that this is to be slid into, and obviously with the lines there that would suggest to me this one's going up, I guess. So, okay. If I slide them all, then we'll find something. Ah, yeah, there we go. A button.
This button appears to activate a mechanism.
So that's activated a mechanism, which is taking me out of that part of the box. Okay. What else do we have here? Is that a panel? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, there's one there. Oh, okay. So, is that movable? Well, that gives us another button. What does that do? I feel like there's something else that we need to find. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. And another button. Okay, that's working out well for me so far. Does that open the box yet? No? So what else? Any more slidey bits? Oh look, that's open now. Okay. I guess we can move that one. Oh, and there's another button. Is this going to open it yet?
That should do it.
That should do it. So now Poirot can open the box. I guess it goes that way. Okay, interesting. What do we have in here? We have a picture.
Who is this young woman?
Yeah, who is it? Does it say on the back? To my dear Aunt Alice.
Aunt Alice.
Mrs. Mary Drower, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Okay, oh.
Have you found anything?
Oh, Jap's here.
The victim has a niece. We must find her.
She has a niece.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. If you say so. Here you are making Poirot's little grey cell's work. The aim is to answer the questions he asks himself by establishing the links between the clues in order to deduce an answer. Place the clues on the empty boxes to fill the holes. Select a clue with the left stick and the indicated button. We'll do that. What are we looking at? So, there are no objects of value in the shop. Actually, no. Till untouched. Full of money. And no objects of value. Okay. I get you. So what does that mean? So theft is not the motive.
The motive is definitely not financial gain. There is no sign of a struggle, and the till has not been forced or emptied.
So we know that.
I think I've looked everywhere here. Let us see if I can find any more information in the
We're
shop
back outside, I
surroundings.
guess. There was something else in that box, but apparently it's not something of interest. So there you go. And that door was open, but I had to open it when I walked out. So yeah, okay. Why not? We're going to go outside. Well, let's go to that vegetable stand, or whatever it was, because He seemed to think that that person...
4 pence a lettuce! A lovely large lettuce! 4 pence only!
4 pence for a lettuce? Wow. Let's go talk to this person. Well, in fact, let's wait. What have we got here? Anything lying around that we want to do first?
A bottle of poor quality vinegar.
Vinegar?
The smell could
Yeah,
awaken
she's
the
using
dead.
that to clean the windows or something, is she? Let's have a look at this owner. Oh, we're going to have some observations
This
about
woman
her,
appears to
maybe.
be a smoker.
Oh, you could tell that. That's some seriously amazing deductive power there, Poirot. She appears to be a smoker. How did you know? Is it because she has a cigarette in her hand?
She's a big smoker. She must have been a customer at the tobacco shop.
Well, I wonder what she's got to say for herself. Anything interesting? Let's talk. So let's ask her how much the lettuce is, even though she just said
A
it.
lettuce? That'll be 5 pence.
Excuse me?
kind sir.
Excuse me? I would say that she was lying.
5 pence?
She
That's
just
right.
said 4 a second
Maybe
ago.
so slightly hard of hearing.
I heard you shouting a lovely large lettuce 4 pence only earlier.
But for me,
Did
it's
I?
5.
Well, I must have been mistaken. Begging your pardon. But if I said 4, it's 4. Why not take 2 for 8?
No,
Well, that's
thank
a great
you.
deal.
I was only
Yeah.
asking. Did you know Alice Asher well?
And
Really?
for starters, who are you?
I'm Hercule Poirot, the detective.
She's
You're
insolent.
foreign, that's for sure, with your accent and your odd way about you.
Oh, she's one of
And you're here
those.
about Alice's murder, I suppose. Well, I've nothing to say to you.
Well, the
Did you
police
speak
have
to the
asked me
victim
to.
yesterday?
No, I never saw her.
You never saw her yesterday.
I do not quite understand. You work
Yeah, she
next door
seems to
to
be
each other, but you do not see
Taking
each other.
advantage of the fact
It's
that you're
true.
foreign,
I didn't see her all day.
didn't you? So surely she must have gone. To the
I know
shop.
that you went to the tobacco shop
I
yesterday.
mean,
Well-
she's cigarettes, right? Let's
So
accuse her.
you
Let's see what
killed
happens.
Mrs. Asher with a blow to the head.
No!
You ask for a packet of plays. She turned round to take it from the
Oh,
shelf,
is that
and you
gonna
hit
be-
her. One blow.
Is that going to be
Listen,
it?
I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go
She
to the
did go
shop
to the shop.
yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note
Left me a
saying
note
she
saying she
wanted
wanted
some
strawberries.
if
Oh
I
well,
got
you've just
some.
walked right
I
into a
seen them
trap there,
late,
then, haven't
about
you?
6. So I took them over to her.
Unless
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
was she alarmed?
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
Did you?
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
How'd you know
Who
that?
do you think killed her?
France, her scoundrel of a husband. He was always
All right.
after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Oh,
Did you see
Okay,
Franz
then.
Asher enter the tobacco shop
So nice of you.
yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
better things to do than watch her shop. Lovely. Well, thanks very much for all that help you've given me.
Hey, Poirot. I've found the victim's niece.
Okay.
She's waiting for you in the back of the shop, if you want to question
Why
her.
did you have to go all the way into
Thank
the
you,
back of the
mon ami.
shop? Was that necessary?
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, looks like we're going to be deducing some more things. Was Miss Asher killed on sight? Well, there's a pool of blood near her head, that's for sure. But there were no other marks on the floor. Which makes me think she was killed on sight.
Mrs.
She
Asher
wasn't
was
dragged
killed here.
anywhere.
The absence of marks in the shop and the regular shape of the blood stains indicated beyond a doubt.
Well, do they? I mean, seems to be a lot of guesswork there, doesn't it? You know. Then again, I suppose, you know, they could have carried the body in, but then someone would have seen that. Let's go to the back.
Jap had the body removed out of respect for the victim's niece. His attention is commendable.
They even cleaned the blood up by the look of things. But not the strawberries. Let's take a look at this woman before we talk to her.
Is her grief sincere?
Well, let's see. Facial expressions, I guess. Oh, her eyes are low. She's got a handkerchief. Does that tell us anything? Oh, there's something here. No?
She
Like
appears
she's wearing
to be
modest
very
black
upset.
clothes.
She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile.
Let's talk to her. I guess. Let's see.
You
Let's
are
compare
very
her
fond of
relationship
your
with
aunt,
her
am I
aunt.
right?
She was the only family I had since my mother died.
Ask if she had
Your
any
aunt
children.
did not have any children. Is that correct?
No, she was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
We could go, it looks like we
Never
could go on
left
like a
her
really
alone.
aggressive kind of
Poor
streak
aunt.
towards her there.
She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
Does she really think he would do anything
You are
though?
not very surprised when you heard what happened?
Oh, but I was. You see, it was a nasty piece of work, but up until yesterday, it was just empty threats.
Okay.
He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
He was afraid of her. Okay. Is she
Did your
alright?
aunt enjoy good health?
She had a bad throat, but
bad
she was
throat.
well cared for by a doctor in
Okay.
London.
Does Franz Asher work?
All he's done for years is drink and gamble, but he used to be a very good cabinet maker.
Did he?
What does he live on?
My aunt used to give him 5 shillings a week.
Heroin mainly. No, wait a minute, that's not right. So what, did Franz give her money?
Did Franz Asher extort this money from her?
No, no, she didn't let him intimidate her. She gave the money quite willingly. He was
So she
her
gave him money
husband.
willingly?
She couldn't leave him with nothing.
No, she could have.
I understand.
Seems like he was
You have
Bit
been
of
of
a-
great assistance, mademoiselle.
a bit of a douche, to be honest. Okay. Oh,
Please take this young lady home.
yeah.
My pleasure.
Well,
Her
this Franz
home.
Asher does not seem to be quite so dangerous as Jap says. And since Alice Asher gave him money regularly, it was not in his interest to kill her.
Yeah. That's true. He wouldn't make out very well if his source of income was no longer available. That's certain. That is certain. Oh, who's this? Surely this is the husband.
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
Sure. I'm sure he did, but what was this that fell down? What fell off when he sat down there? Something fell. Oh, there's a book.
It's Alice Asher's notebook. Ah, that's interesting. It probably contains information about her possible debtors and creditors.
Oh, maybe. Worth a look.
Bodley. The fruit seller has
Oh,
debts
Bodley
too.
has debts.
She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information.
Do you think she will?
Mary Drower was telling the truth.
Apparently
Mrs.
so.
Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband.
Okay. Presumably he just used it to buy alcohol. What have we got here? Tights?
A box of new stockings.
Stockings. Okay. Are they supposed? Is there supposed to be a reason that, for me to look at them? Well, let's talk to the. Seeing as he's sleeping, we can't do anything right now. We're not going to wake him up. We'll let him sleep it off. Some objects can be modified. See whether an icon of a hand is displayed on the side. Okay, so let's go and talk to this woman again. See if she'll give us a little bit more information now.
According to the victim's account book, you
Yeah, there we
owed
go.
her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
She owed you £1.
Enough lies!
It's not lies. But you're not
Oh,
quite
I'm
as
not
clever
quite as
as what
clever
you
as I
think.
think, am I?
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Go
Look
on.
at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine.
No, I suppose that kind of makes
She
sense.
owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
Oh, come on.
That is quite
Really?
enough. Your account
Really?
book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair.
I think
I
he's
ain't done
being a little
nothing.
bit
In that case, I
facetious
am
now, isn't
counting
he?
on
And she's
your
not going to
full
get put
collaboration.
in prison
Yes, sir. Of course,
for
sir.
not doing anything. He's just pushing it a little bit now, isn't he? Tell you what,
I'll
though.
just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it.
Borrow her vinegar.
It's what Alice used to sober up her husband.
Oh, she
The
used
China
vinegar
set in
to...
the bottle.
What? She like pour vinegar in his mouth?
Let us
What
now
did she do?
try and get our brain cells to work.
Oh, we've got to get our grey cells working again. Establish the time range during which she was killed. Okay, so someone saw her alive at 5:30. We know that. And I guess the body was found at 11. So between 5:30 and 11. It's not the most amazing deduction, but can we reduce this time range? And why? Well... because the counter, the body's not visible, so no one would have been able to see the body. But also, the fruit seller didn't see anyone at 6. So that gives us between 5:30 and 6, because she was... Well, this does it, though. Does that definitely give us that? I mean, I don't know if that really gives us that information. She may have been out when she came in. That's a little bit presumptuous, isn't it? Oh, but then she didn't move the strawberries. So maybe... Right, let's get him to start talking. Hang on. Oh, come on. I'm just getting to grips with how the system works here. Is it just like, use it like smelling salts, or do you make him drink it? Well, looks like we used it as like smelling salts.
Mes amis,
Okay, then.
I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed
Okay.
when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
It is.
I've been talking to the neighbours, and
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am
Yeah,
I
so
wrong?
they've not seen anything out of the ordinary because the people passing didn't seem particularly out of
We
the
must kill
ordinary.
this villain Asher before he falls asleep again.
Yeah, let's talk to him. I don't know if he's actually a villain. I mean, I think he might be pushing things a little bit there, but take a look at him first.
This man is in rather a bad state.
Let's see, he's got a black eye. You can see that immediately. Some blood around his mouth. And dirty clothes.
This man has been
Oh, a
fighting
torn
and he smells
sleeve,
of
yeah.
alcohol.
Okay, well, yeah, we know he smells of alcohol. He was sleeping it off, wasn't he? So let's talk to him. See what he's got to say. Let's see if he threatened his wife.
We know that you threatened to kill your wife, Asher.
so what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats.
He's German,
You
but he
didn't
doesn't
get on all
sound
that
it, does
badly.
he?
So, if
Didn't
things
get on
were
that
going so well
badly.
with your wife, why did you not live with her?
She was the one that left. Nothing to do with me,
Oh
sir.
yeah, I'm sure you were completely innocent in all matters.
You
I
can't
assume
have
you
treated
treated her
very
badly.
well for her to run away.
No, sir, no. I wouldn't say I'd ever laid a finger on her, but it was only normal. She was my wife.
What, so that allows you
Are
to
you often involved in
do
fights?
that? No,
I
it
don't know
doesn't.
what you mean.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's make
The
fun of him.
truth is that someone gave you a good
He
beating.
deserves it after all. He's a bit
Beating?
of
No way.
a horrible man,
Why,
isn't
stole
he?
my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him.
Oh yeah, sure.
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Yeah, tell
Probably
me.
best if I tell you everything.
It might be.
Yesterday afternoon,
Yeah,
I met
at this
Lord
point, it
Victoria.
might be.
We'd
Yes,
bet
if
on
you
a
tell me
dog
everything.
fight together.
An illegal
Okay.
bet, naturally.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Our dog won.
Not much legal about dog fighting.
Roderick got the money, but he refused
So-
to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
You know, obviously.
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Because he wasn't there. Okay, well, if that's true, yeah.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Oh, we're back to getting the grey cells working again. Let's see what we got. So, what was Mrs. Asher doing when she was killed? Well, we know there was a cigarette pack next to her hand. That's true. The packets were in a mess. And she only had a wound at the back of her head. She was taking a pack of cigarettes from the shelf, we're
The
assuming.
murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as he turned around to serve him. Let us now
Yeah.
try and get our brain cells to work.
Oh, we got another deduction, I guess. So what's this? How do we explain the presence of an ABC guide on the counter? Well, we got that letter signed announcing an Andover murder, didn't we? Obviously, the railway guide wasn't for sale in the shop, and the guide is printless, so it was left, as he says, as a signature.
The murderer deliberately left behind this
That makes sense,
AB
doesn't
as a
it?
signature. The absence of fingerprints and the fact that it is open at letter A for Andover leaves little doubt.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he is not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Estes.
Well, yeah, obviously.
We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
I mean, that much is obvious.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the
We
events.
can reconstruct the events. Okay. We're doing a reconstruction then, I guess. So 50 achievements to unlock, apparently. I don't know if I'll be unlocking them all because, to be honest, I'm not one of those people that's overly concerned about achievement hunting.
The killer.
It's not a bad
enters
thing if
the
you
shop.
are, but, you know. Okay, so he's going to advance on her.
Mrs.
surely.
Asher turns around to greet her customer.
She says hi. He asks for
The murderer
Cigarettes.
asks her for some tobacco. She
tobacco,
turns her
sorry.
back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her.
Yeah. Drops the book
He then
Turns it
places the
round.
ABC upside down before leaving.
and walks out the door. I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Everything
isn't it?
appears to match the crime
There's not-
scene.
there's
Cher
not
Hastings.
much
That is
difficulty with
exactly
that.
what happened.
It's fairly straightforward. So collect legal points by acting the same way as Hercule Poirot. I think we did a pretty good job of that this time round.
Asher has a strong alibi, and we don't have any other suspect.
I guess.
But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher
Check something. Sorry, I just need to check one look. Oh no,
regularly.
what have I done?
She was
That's
involved
fine, there we go.
in-
Just wanted to adjust some
Nobody stopped
audio a
to
little
get
bit, 'cause
anything.
it seems like my voice is about
No doubt
level
about
with
it, the murderer
game
is
audio.
insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope
Just
you're
want to
wrong,
make sure that what I'm
Poirot.
saying is clear.
Yeah, let's go back to London. If we hurry,
We don't want to be
should
too
catch the 2:07 train. Are you
Mixed
coming?
up.
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon,
He has to
then.
talk to the police.
Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
He's taking his life partner Hastings home with him. Sorry, I don't know what I'm suggesting.
Well, do you
I
have
don't
any
think he's
idea
anything
about the
like
killer's
that.
identity?
Yeah, I don't know, you know.
The
Somewhat he
crime
is.
was committed by a man of medium
It was
height,
never a
with
suggested
red
part of
hair
any
and suspicious
storyline.
eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Unless someone's been writing Poirot fan fiction.
Mon ami, what do you want?
But really, you
Fix
know.
upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What should we do then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
It's a really good recreation of
Do
his
not be so
home.
impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
But just wait
I
until he
thought I
kills
heard the
someone
postman.
else.
Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
Well, that sounds sensible. Okay, well, before I go and see, let's have a look at what else is around here. Oh, we've got, what's that, newspaper? The Daily Flicker.
June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andorra, murder of a tobacconist.
So yeah, that's the extent of that. Let's go and sit down in our chair and see what the world can offer. Okay, well that was exciting. Oh, we got another achievement for that though. A purring tomcat achievement, apparently. Okay, so let's take a wander around and see what's going on. Let's go right to the. Let's start from the back of the room and work our way. Okay, we've got something here. Oh, is that a? It's that book. Look, it's that ABC guide. Is this the one that we just had?
Hampshire, population
It is. Okay.
31,200
That's
inhabitants.
exciting. That was basically all we were there to look at, I guess. What else? What else? Oh, we've got... Oh, there we go, look. He likes to look at himself in the mirror and just adjust his moustache, I know that much. He always likes to do that before he does anything. So just make sure his moustache is straight. That's exciting. Right, there's a letter here, let's pick it up. See what we're working with. Does he always open things backwards?
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe
Got a heavy eye on his typewriter.
The end of
and
the
a
affair
fallen A.
went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started.
See
I
his
would like
A
to
on
draw
his
your
on his
attention to the
letters
Epsilon C on the 25th of this
slanted,
month. We're having a crazy time.
and the
Best
W's
wishes, ABC.
not quite right on the lowercase for some reason. That's strange.
The next crime will be in Bexhill.
Oh,
Westward,
Bexhill,
Jack, to
apparently.
Scotland Yard.
He's going to go through every letter of the
Did the
alphabet,
letter
isn't he?
indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
Well, let's see. Maybe we can we like do some observation of stuff? Is there something we can look at? Oh yeah, here we go. We're thinking.
Let us examine this more closely.
And there are the two letters. The two letters that we had. So I guess we're looking at things that are comparable within it.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
Oh, look, that one there.
Yes, this I is weird.
It's weird, apparently. Also the A, as I say, that was like a fallen
Yes,
letter.
the A appears to be quite unusual.
But also, that I noticed, the W, I'll say lowercase w, has got a section that's not printing properly,
The W is not printed properly.
as he says. Well, there we go. So if we now
Right.
go back
Let us
and
compare this
compare
with
it
the other letter.
to the other letter, we can see that straight away the I. Oh look, it's like doubling up. I thought it was like bold, but yeah, it's doubled up.
Yes, this I is weird. However, the
And
characters in the two words do not match. Yes,
What about
this
that one?
I is weird.
It's going to be the same again. Do you know, I'm looking at this now and that almost looks artificial.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
Yeah. There's another A just
Yes,
there.
the A appears to be quite unusual.
But apparently the I is not the same. But the lowercase w
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed
Are
have
the
same
same.
effect. I have to
I
find
think the
some other
A's
similar
do.
defects to confirm my theory.
It's not. Why is it not taking the A? Oh, do I need to go back to that one? I think I do. I need to go. Alright, so I need to go back to that one.
Yes, this I
Select
is
the
weird.
I. Come back out. Then we're going to interact with that one.
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
So now we're going for the I. So it looks like we can only do one letter at a time.
Yes, the I characters in the
There you
two
go.
letters do indeed
That's why it
have
wasn't
the
working. I
same
was like,
effect.
that's definitely right.
I have to find some other similar defects to confirm
Well,
my
the only
theory.
other one then is the A. So the A is obviously
Yes, the A
different.
appears to be quite unusual. Right. Let us
So we'll go back to the other picture, the other letter
That's
now.
right. The A characters
there we are,
in
the A's
two
do
letters
match.
do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
Yeah. So yeah, they're definitely
Both
the
letters
same
were written
person
on the same
typed it.
typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot.
We know that
You
it's the
usually
same
ignore material
typist.
proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case.
He doesn't ignore material proof.
Let us now
He just
try
looks at
and
everything.
get our brain cells to work.
Oh, we're thinking again. So okay, the first victim was called Asher, and it was an ABC guide, wasn't it? So I reckon he is going through the letter A, isn't he? He's going through the letter A. So what can we guess about the next victim? Obviously, well, from the letter announcing Bexhill, and the assumption that the next next victim's name probably starts
So,
with B.
Poirot, have you found something?
Makes some sense, doesn't
I
it?
believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
Okay. So it looks like we're going to visit the police at Scotland Yard. Do I need to speak to Hastings, or doesn't look like it? Okay, well, let's just go. We want to leave. We want to go and get in our car. Do I have the right car? Not totally.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Right, Scotland Yard, here we go. It's Whitehaven Mansions. They're not mansions, they're apartments. I don't know. You decide your answer there. Okay, so we're going through the gate, I guess. Or do I have to, like, okay. I have to do that, apparently. Okay, so this is Japp's office. Let's take a look around his office before we speak to him.
Japp has invested a great deal
We've
in
got
his career.
a series of medals. A board of medals, in fact. And there's a certificate. That tells us that he has an Order of Merit, I guess. And also he has a
Japp is an
trophy here
investigator greatly respected by
shooting.
his peers.
What else have we got? Oh, there's a map. I mean, whenever there's maps in games, surely those maps are useful for something. Oh, look, he's got...
London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here.
Okay.
Alice Asher was murdered in Andover.
In Andover,
the ABC
yeah.
killer's first murder.
Okay. Let's look and see if Mr. Jap is quite as... he's taking the phone off the hook, look. That's obvious. He's got cold... I don't know how you can tell his tea's cold. I suppose there's no steam rising up off it. It's about the only way. And he's got a huge pile of paperwork.
Jap appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
The typewriters are the
I
same.
suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear
Well, he
so.
already did once.
Good God,
So why wouldn't he again?
Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
Not that it's much help, but their name will start with
I
B.
suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
Oh, it was a double B though, wasn't it? It was
What on
Alice
earth makes you
Asher.
think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the
Yeah, but not just
unfortunate
Asher,
man
it
who
was
murdered
Alice
in Andover
Asher.
last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
In Bexhill, and then don't forget all the
Should leave you
people
to
that
work,
might be
Inspector.
coming there.
You have a few days to
I
prepare
mean,
yourself.
you know.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Okay.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Jap, your call does not bode well.
Something tells me they've found a
We
body.
have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
Oh, they
We'll
put an
be there as
ABC
soon
on
as
her body,
possible.
did they? We're on our way then. Slight itch. Bexhill-on-Sea. Okay, what are we doing here then? So this is Bexhill. What are we doing?
Bexhill
for
is a
us to
delightful
do?
town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts
Walking
my
on the
knee.
beach damages his shoes.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
No.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Wow.
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Jap waiting for
Interesting.
us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
I would say that the fact that you guys just stand around saying, oh, there's a murderer, but you don't
Bexhill
seem to
seems
do
be
much
a
to actually
pleasant
look
little
for him.
town.
A pleasant town, is it? What makes you think that? Because there's a Victorian house. Okay, yeah, that's pleasant. Oh, and because we've got little quaint beach huts. Sorry, bungalows. And because the sea's there, maybe? Yeah, somewhere.
Bexhill is a
The
pretty
seafront.
little seaside resort with elegant architecture. Although, personally, I prefer more modern
Well, that's
buildings.
exciting. So where were we going? We were going down these steps, weren't we? Do I need to do anything on the steps, or will he just walk down them? That looks like he's going to walk down them. Good. So let's talk to the inspector first.
How do you do,
See what
gentlemen?
he's got to say.
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't
Has
yet
he?
identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death
Okay.
occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Oh, okay.
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides.
Oh yeah, but if we're talking about the same killer, was the other woman
The body
particularly?
hasn't been moved.
I
You
suppose
can
she was
see for
okay.
yourself.
She was much older, wasn't she?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Try not to.
Nobody has
Might be better. I mean, okay, the press at that point in time were probably not quite as sensationalist as they are now, but, you know,
I imagine.
Indeed.
let's maybe not do that.
We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
You're
It's
probably
early
right.
days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're
I mean, you might
right,
be right, Hastings, but I don't think so. Right, let's take a look at this body. That's what we're here for. Let's see what we got. So we got the ABC. Let's take a look at her
Great
first.
beauty.
Look at her face.
Strange that chap didn't notice it.
Maybe he wasn't paying attention.
His
She
marks
was
had been
strangled.
left by a rope or a breaded
Not
cloth.
beaten across the back of the head, she was choked. It looks
Apart
like,
from the
or
marks on
at
the
least.
There are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant.
So he approached her from
A
behind.
braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim.
Did it belong to her? Does it look like she wore a belt? I don't
This
know.
key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock.
Yeah,
The
okay.
young woman
Oh,
wasn't
we've got
wearing shoes or
her
a coat
dress.
and was not carrying a bag. That's
She's probably
strange.
paddling along the beach.
Either the murderer
Which means her shoes have
stole her
probably been
belongings,
dropped
or
somewhere.
she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath.
Or bathe, even. Or just go in the water. Right, so ABC, we know what it's going to say, Bexhill,
The
yeah?
guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting though. What about trains? Does that not suggest he might be using trains to get to the places and not long after what he's doing? So how was she killed? Well, she didn't struggle when she was killed, that's for sure. And her neck was marked. And a belt was there. So it's just she was strangled, he says, with her own
Child
belt.
must have been strangled with his
Don't know if
braided
that's
belt.
true, because,
Unfortunately, in view of the fabric,
I'm not sure she
it
was
is
wearing one, but
unlikely
okay.
that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
More grey cells. More little grey cells. Common points between Andover and Bexhill. Well, an ABC guide. And the Andover ABC guide. Yeah. And are the crimes in Andover and Bexhill the work of the same murderer? Press don't know about the guide. I don't know. Is that what? Yeah. So, oh yeah, because it wasn't
The
announced.
medical officer should
Of course,
confirm that the victim
there's no
was
announcement
strangled
of
with
it,
her own
so
belt.
That's what
it
I'm
has to be
told.
the same person.
She shows
Yeah.
the usual signs of strangulation.
That
With
makes
a little
sense.
luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic,
After a
Hastings.
little extra thought.
Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
Okay. Did we? Just want to check something. What was that key about? Oh, we've got the key. Let's have a quick look. Can we look at the key? Okay, look. So it's got the number 6 on it, hasn't it? Yeah, 'cause it's got a line underneath, so it's the number 6. Okay. Well. Ah, look. See these. What they're calling bungalows, cabanas, whatever you might want to call them, are numbered 987, and there's number 6. I wonder if perhaps it's a combination lock, but it does appear to have
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code.
So I
and
also
then
need the
insert
code.
key.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just check. Can we go back? Oh, look, but this says... Oh. It says 9, but look. Oh, and there's a... Oh. Okay. Just as well we did that then, because there's the number 715. So maybe that's the combination. Let's find out. Where's the... Okay, the locking mechanism's there. So it's a double lock. Which... Okay. Just seems a little... overexcitable, if you ask me. Okay. And then we should be able to interact with the lock, right? Is that it? How do I use the key then? Well, maybe if I... No? Can I... The key's like greyed out, I can't use it. You'll have to start the puzzle again. Oh no, I don't want to... I don't want to take it off then, do I? 715. 715. There's the little arrow. Yeah, so... That's fine, but how do we... Like, so we can't... Oh, look, it's done. It's done, that's all. So why is it not... Is that wrong? No, that's the right combination. So now why can't I use the key?
Firstly, I have to remove the padlock.
Yeah, I know. I know you do. So use the key. Ah. We got there in the end. That makes sense. Okay, so I'm presuming we're going to find our stuff in here. And we want to move it over to the right. And that'll get the door open for us. Oh, and there we find a handbag. So what are we looking at? So there we've found
It definitely was here that the victim
her
left
shoes.
belongings.
They match her outfit, so I'm assuming they're definitely hers. Plus, as I say, the number 6, obviously. What else have we got? There's like something on the wall anyway. It's a photograph. Betty's first day at work.
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud.
Mum is
of
very
you.
proud of you.
Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931.
Betty Barnard.
The young lady did have a name starting with B.
Noticing
and
both
she
her
worked
names start
as a
with B,
ginger
by the way.
cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
Yeah. Well, that's something to
purse is
look into
full.
then, eh?
Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motive for the murder.
So they never stole
Here is the
anything from
watch
her.
She must have removed to prevent it from
From her
getting
bag.
wet. A top brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her
She
appearance.
liked to take care of her
As well as
appearance.
a photo of the victim with some company. It could be
We find her
useful to me.
workplace. Could be. Could be, indeed.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard.
Betty Barnard.
mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how-
Never
Because
mind.
he's more
The
intelligent than you
address?
are. No, that's
yes,
not right.
she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22.
Also,
Shall we
she
go?
lived nearby
You
too.
are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Okay, so we're going to the cafe. Okay. guess that's where we're going. Into the cafe where she worked. Nice little scene there with some deck chairs. At least they've got the beachfront right in the UK. It's full of seagulls. The only thing is they're not eating garbage. As they do. Oh, there's the ginger cat. Let's have a look at this place before we... Can we have a look at it? I don't want to go straight in. I want to see what kind of view it has on the scene. And it would have probably been shot, but... Some buildings on the victim's photo. Okay, we're getting a heavy vibration this way. Getting some good vibrations. Yeah, okay, so that's the seaside. I can see the seaside there. It was really quite easy to see. Newspaper kiosk. Nice little viewpoint up here.
This is definitely where the photo
people
I
are.
found in the hut was taken.
Yeah. Well, we know that. Because we can see the big sign that says Ginger Cat Restaurant. Let's go inside.
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
Sure, if you say so. What have we got here? Let's take a walk. Oh, there's a mirror. Poirot must always adjust his moustache before he goes and questions anyone. Most important part of his routine. And we'll take a look at this woman before she starts speaking to us. It seems like you're best to observe people before you speak to
tells
them.
me that she's the owner of the ginger cat.
Now, how would you know that? Is it because she's the only person here? What we got? She's got red hair, ginger. Makes sense. She's got a strict appearance. Well, I'm not sure what that's got to do with cats, but...
This woman must be the owner.
And she's behind the counter, so she's obviously
Looks like
the owner.
something is bothering her.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
Okay, thank you. She's a bit, severe, isn't she?
I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
Okay, well, what's this? Is this book any use? Oh, look, looks like a
This page
rota of
won't
some
help me.
kind. There we go,
Where is
look.
Betty?
There.
Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any
Okay.
time during her service?
Could she have been alone?
No, this
Let's
person
see.
is not the last one to have worked with Betty.
Oh, the last one to have worked with Betty's Millie,
Interesting.
look.
Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Who did she
So
serve?
between those hours, she was alone.
No, this person is not the last one to have worked.
Okay, but this person's the last one to work there, so
Interesting. Betty was...
who did she serve? It doesn't tell me that. Is that something I'm supposed to know? Well, maybe if we look at these are these
These are the
receipts?
different waiting staff's bills.
Yeah, okay,
Which ones
receipts.
were written by Betty?
Let's see, we're looking for ones written by Betty. Oh my goodness. The writing's not great. Oh well, I suppose anything between... So that one, because there was no one in after 5 apart from her.
Most probably a family. This bill
saying that was
may
a
have been written by
family.
Betty. There is probably another one.
Sure. So I guess either we look for one that's got the same writing. Anything after 5? Is that 7:20 p.m.? That's not her writing.
Most probably a single man. A whiskey lover. Maybe the murderer?
Maybe.
Betty served
Possibly.
a family and a man on his own. A whiskey
Those are the
drinker.
people after 5
Maybe
p.m.
the murderer. This information
Maybe that person
will help
wanted
me to progress.
lots of drinks. Okay.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Investigating.
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality
Yeah.
is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today.
Of politeness.
She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
She
Well, she
appears to
was
have
killed,
been
you see.
murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
Okay. That's all you care about. Just your business.
Do not
So
be
it's
so
an
sure.
advertisement for
Miss
the town.
Barnard's tragic death may be a good
I
advertisement.
don't know
for
how.
you.
It makes one despair.
Yeah, a lot of people
human
feeling
nature.
sympathetic.
Poor
maybe.
young girl. She was a hard-working and pleasant young woman. I didn't know her that well. She'd only been here for 2 summers. I know that she had a young man. He used to call for her sometimes.
Oh, she had a young man. Okay.
This photo was found. Is this him?
So,
Yes,
okay.
that's him all right.
Is he in the
I
photograph?
haven't seen him for some time.
She hasn't seen him for some time, but she's preoccupied about that. Young people no longer have morals. Ah, the cross round her neck.
I
Let's try
find
that.
young people today very hard to understand.
You needn't
I
tell
bet
me
she.
that.
I bet she goes for
A
this.
few weeks ago, they argued just outside the cafe. Imagine what my customers must have thought.
Probably not an awful lot. But let's sympathise about.
I hope for you that
Keeping a
it was an
respectable
isolated
establishment.
incident. It must be difficult to keep a respectable establishment if your staff show themselves to be so shameless.
The young man only made us
Shameless?
once. Jealousy, no doubt. It must be said the young girl was very pretty.
Thank you for your
Okay.
time, Mademoiselle Marion.
Didn't have
You
to be
been of
said,
great
but
help.
at least you said it, I suppose.
The customer who ordered the
Okay, well, I
whiskey
think-
might provide us more information. He may have been the
Yeah,
last
we don't know
one to see
anything about
Betty
him.
alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't
Yeah,
think
do you know
so.
anyone that
Our
comes
regular
in?
guests tend to order tea and cakes.
Not
At this
whiskey,
time of
but
the
you
year,
have
there are lots of
whiskey.
tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home.
Why does she sell whiskey if nobody drinks it? Just you know, exercising my own grey cells. But still, never mind. Why would she even have it in the shop? Especially, she seems like one of these temperance types, you know. No drinking. So where are we going now? Oh well, let's follow Hastings. He seems to know where he's going. Where are we going? What are we doing? What's? Oh, this will be the parents' house. I guess. Can we look at anything before we go in? Well, it looks like we just have to knock on the door. Well, okay then. We'll knock on the door.
How do you do, mademoiselle? My name is Hercule Poirot.
I know you. You're that detective we hear all about.
I do not
I
know
am.
if that is a compliment, but I will take it as one for now. You are Betty's sister, I believe.
Yes. My name is Megan.
Can we come in?
Please
No.
do.
No, you strange Belgian man, you cannot come into my house. You can watch reconstructions. We're not going to do that, but you can.
My parents are at the police station. I doubt they'll be
Oh,
able
she
to
looks
speak
like
to
Winona
you
Ryder.
later.
Do not worry, we will not bother them.
Without shoplifting. Oh wait, did I
Did
say
you know
that
your
out loud?
sister's plans for yesterday evening?
No. I arrived by train this morning.
Oh, I see a mirror.
My parents called me in a panic when they discovered that Betty had disappeared. She went out last night, but She didn't tell them where she was going.
What was your last conversation about?
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother
Okay.
bought her a pair. The very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them.
What?
Poor Mummy.
Yeah, sure that's what we're thinking. Your poor mother. Your sister's dead, but your poor mother, eh? Sure that's what everyone's thinking. Oh, come on, Poirot, you have to just twiddle your moustache there. Come on, it's like one of his quirks, isn't it? It says to try and be as much like Poirot as possible. Boost his ego, if you like. Okay, let's take a look. We've got... Yeah, I saw that as it was going past. They've got a piano. Let's take a look.
The Barnard
Okay, so this
appeared
gives
to
us a
make
way
music
to
a priority in their budget.
look around the room, I guess. There's a piano, yeah. Well, look at that chair. They've been playing noughts and crosses on it. I'm joking, obviously.
They're all Miss Modest, but the Barnards are
And
definitely
a violin.
music lovers.
So they play a few instruments, it would appear. They like to play with their instruments. Do excuse me.
What is she
That was
feeling
slightly
at the
vulgar,
moment?
wasn't it? Let's see, what's she got? She's got a photo. Don't know what the photo is. She's looking quite intently at that photo. And... oh, something this way. And she's got
Betty's
like a
older sister
clenched
is
fist.
Not just sad, she's angry.
She's angry because why? Probably because her sister put her mother through all this. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. So did Betty go out a lot?
My sister wasn't a child, sir. She used to go out. She enjoyed films, dancing.
And did she
was
do
a
it
very good girl who
often?
didn't hang around with men. That's what they always say, no?
But is it true?
I am not interested in what people say. I am interested in the truth, Mademoiselle Barnard.
Exactly.
If you only knew how much I would like to talk with someone who does not know that your sister is dead and who could provide me with a true portrait of her beyond the formalities.
The truth
Probably not.
is that my sister was a silly little fool. I tried to reason with her, but she behaved like an idiot.
Alright, and now you're annoyed because she's made your
She used to
family
say that if she was going to marry Don,
bad or
she might
something.
as well have some fun now.
I understand.
What?
Please continue.
Oh, what's that? The phone ringing?
Oh, excuse me, I have to
Oh,
answer that.
she has to answer the phone.
But of
Much more
course,
important than answering answering
Betty's
questions
room
about her
is
dead
opposite the
sister.
stairs on the first floor.
Obviously.
Feel free to take a look if you think it might be useful.
Much more important that she answers the phone. Which is interesting.
This young woman is far too clever not to have anything else for us.
Yeah, I reckon she has it. She has got.
That
I
is
think
what
so.
I'm trying to find out.
I believe
Surely
so.
you don't think she did it?
She was
I did
saved
not
by the
say anything
bell.
of the sort. But young women always ruin your judgment, Hastings.
Could be interesting.
Who knows? Maybe Megan
Find
was
out
jealous
why.
of her attractive young sister.
I see. She may have had her sights on the inheritance. Or maybe, she
maybe.
was in love with Donald Fraser.
We
Well,
have
possibly
to
as
study
well,
all
yeah.
scenarios, even the most unlikely.
She was in
But I
love
doubt
with her
that
sister's
Mr. and Mrs. Barnard
boyfriend.
are rich enough to justify murder. While I try
doubt
and
it
get Miss
too.
Barnard to talk, I would like you to try and find Donald Fraser. It should be easy to
Oh,
find the estate
find
agents
Donald
where he
Fraser.
works. Bring him to the Ginger Cat.
Where does he work?
I would like to talk with him before the chief inspector finds him.
Oh, right, okay. Interesting. Right, so now Poirot is all alone, and we're going to look upstairs at this bedroom we've been told we can look at. So up the stairs we go, I guess. And here's her room. Okay. Oh, well, look, there's some more musical inspired.
It looks like Betty was
things.
also a music lover, the same as her family.
It's not totally surprising, is it? That there's a stand with musical notes on it, yeah. And it's vibrating. And there's a microphone, so I'm assuming she likes
Without a
singing.
doubt, Betty used to sing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, oh, there's a mirror. It's Poirot, we have to look in the mirror. Even though he's nowhere near it and clearly can't see himself. What else do we have? What's on the bed?
Looking at all the
We've got some
clothes
stuff on the
she
bed.
took out, Betty must have had a problem deciding what to wear. Maybe she had a date.
So she wasn't sure what to wear.
A box
What
of
do we
new
have on here?
stockings.
Oh. Stockings that she never used, apparently.
It looks like Betty has a very busy
What do we
life.
have here? The Blue Lobster dinner party. What time did that say? I can't read it now because of where it is. A cinema ticket. Can't see the time either. And a
She
wedding
liked
anniversary.
luxury and going out.
8 o'clock.
Being as
The
pretty as she
Diamond
was,
Club.
she probably did not have any problem getting herself invited.
Okay. Interesting. What else do we have? Anything else? What's over here?
Something on this clock bothers me.
Something bothers you? What is it? Oh, look, there's like a... Well, let's come out of that just now. I want to see other things. We've got like a piece of machinery there to look at, but let's see what else we can find first. What's that?
Medicine to prevent voice loss. Did Betty have problems with her voice?
Oh, I don't know. Did she?
This small key
What
should
have
be
we got
useful
here?
to me.
Oh, there's a key. He just nicks things out of people's possessions. What else do we have? Anything else?
A record sleeve
What's
with
that?
a handwritten title.
Handwritten
It's a
record
record of the
sleeve.
demo. I'd be interested to hear it.
Right, now let's take a look at this clock.
Something on
There's
this
something.
clock bothers me.
Odd. Well, what is it? Can we adjust anything? What about this?
There,
Does this
that's
do anything
better.
if we... Okay. So, I've turned it to 12 o'clock. Is that the right time? I don't know. Okay, well that's interesting. Let's see what else we can see. Anything up with the feet of it?
This decoration appears to be firmly fastened.
Okay. So the foot's fastened, but we can look at it, so... Well, that one's different. Oh look, it's like it can be rotated. And it would appear that rotating it did something. And we can open
What a
this now.
strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to
Doesn't
turn
look
the
like it
hand.
does. Okay. Let's see what else we can see actually before we... Is there anything else to see here? No. Anything else near this foot? Something came out of there. Though, didn't it? I can see there's a mechanism on top.
Strange. A sheet
There's
of
something
paper is
here.
blocked in the clock.
Well, oh, well maybe, what about... If that foot was weird and you could unscrew it, what about this? Oh look, it's got another indentation in it.
This leg is not well attached.
No, I don't think it's a leg. Just saying.
Good.
You want to just
It
unscrew
should be
that.
possible to open the wooden panel.
What, on the side? Okay, well, so this panel on the side can be opened.
A key.
Oh, okay, we've got a key. And is that like...
This could be useful.
What's that? That looks like Braille or something. Okay, so it's dots. 3212. Or
This
3122.
code
I don't know.
probably has something to do with the mechanism above the clock.
Probably. Okay, so that mechanism is we believe is what has something to do with that. So how exactly would that mechanism work? Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, I think I get it. So that was 3, 2. That one should stay the same. Hang on. Is it 3, 1, and then 2, 2? Yeah, okay, that would appear to be what it was. 3, 1, 2, 2. Oh, and we've got the square key that we can use. See? This we can use on that. Or not. Oh wait, maybe... Yeah, okay. So we've opened that. And then opening this one, we'll move that, I guess. Which will allow us then to move this one.
Ah, something clicked on
okay.
the front of
And
the
that
clock.
unblocks all the cogs, I guess. Oh, and now we've got a... Well, I guess that key's going to work there too. Is it? Yes, it is. So what does that do? It opens the other side. That's one hell of an elaborate clock. And inside there we have an envelope.
This could be useful.
And another piece of paper. Well, let's see what it is.
Betty, I enjoy
2
your
letters.
wonderful evening in your company, and I hope that
Adrian?
we will see
Who's
each other again
Adrian?
very soon.
Adrian!
My dearest Betty, I know that your art is already spoken for, but you are the most beautiful dancer I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I am
most beautiful
impatient to see you
dancer.
again, Adrian.
Wants to see her again. Okay then. If you say so. It's interesting. So let's. There's not much else we can do in this room, I don't think. I think we've exhausted all of those options. So let's go downstairs again. Okay. Oh, we got a record player. Maybe we'll find her record there that she recorded. Okay. Oh well, we've got a locked cabinet
Let
and a
us
key
see.
that we could probably
What
use
is
for
this
it.
cupboard hiding?
A cupboard. It's a cupboard. Oh, there's her record. And it says 78T. That might be useful. Let's have it. And what else do we have here? A music sheet of some kind. The musical notes. 1111 or 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1.
This
Let's
looks like
let's
solfège.
look at that. Solfège. Okay. What else have we got? Anything else? Oh, there's something on there. There's like a drawer. Oh, I see, it's a crank. And that crank has a letter D next to it. Is there a reason for that? Does that open?
There is
Okay.
bound to be a clue somewhere.
That plus that equals something. Okay. So we want it to be equal to that. What's that? It's like... Oh, okay, I think I understand. me see. One of those. No. Well, maybe. Let's just try something. I think we're wanting it to equal that, so...
I heard the sound of
Yeah,
a
there we go.
mechanism being
Yeah.
triggered.
So that's what we're looking for. Some sort of mechanism's been opened there. Let's see what it is. Oh, there we go. We've got a panel just here. Oh, these controls are frustrating. Okay, well that's 2 numbers and a letter, so that's got to be what the 78T is about, doesn't it? I would guess. Yeah, because it's just numbers. But not 8, we want 78T. There we go.
I just have to put the record on the gramophone and start it.
That's an awfully complicated way of starting a gramophone. We probably have to zoom out a bit first, don't we?
It looks like something goes in here.
Okay, well... Oh wait, do we need to crank it first? Is that what it is? Does that do something? Does nothing. Is that what we're supposed to... Yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to do, isn't it? I put the handle in. Oh wait, just noticed something to the side here. Did that open something else? Oh yeah, there we go, look. Is that a power button? To switch, whatever it is. Okay, so now I guess we can put the record on the player. There we are. Okay. And then I guess if we go for that switch again, we can lower the needle. And will that start? Oh, and there's like a button there too. That should turn it on. Or not? Have I not cranked it enough? What's the situation here? Can I turn this crank more? Okay. Does that help me in any way? Oh, there we go.
Oh, Donald. We're in the
Okay.
middle of recording.
Oh,
Sorry, Betty,
a
but it's
conversation.
not wise. The doctor said you should rest your voice.
You're such a killjoy sometimes.
Interesting.
Betty was such
I
a good
guess.
singer.
It's true.
Good singer.
Did you have any problem with us?
Oh, we got another achievement for that.
Yes, she had to be careful.
We solved
with her
half the
voice.
riddles.
Of course, she didn't follow the doctor's
Not
advice.
very long then, is it?
If Don didn't insist, she... Well, it's too late for all that now.
It is. That's correct. Okay, so where did she go? We need to talk to her. Okay, where is she? Is she back in the sofa? Is she back on the sofa? Yeah, okay. Oh, we can look at her again.
It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone.
Oh, does she? Oh, look at their eyes. Tears in her eyes. and another photograph she's holding, but she doesn't appear to be holding it in the same way.
She's looking so
No
intensely at this
wedding
photo.
ring.
But is it really a sister that she's studying in this
Oh,
manner?
that's a good question. Well, apparently we made half of the observations in the game as well. So let's talk to her, see if she can tell us anything
We made the
interesting.
perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and he...
Well,
He's a bright
And he
man
what?
with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty
Sure.
a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. Oh, a true gentleman.
Meanwhile,
I
she
hear
was
a note of envy in
playing
your
the
voice.
field.
You must have heard wrong.
Oh, I don't think I did.
Donald appeared to be very much in love with your sister.
Yes, he was
Was he?
mad about her.
Mad, you say? Being madly in love can often be destructive, and Mr. Fraser was known for being jealous, I believe.
No more than
Was he?
average. Men are always slightly possessive, especially when they are with a pretty woman.
Always? Okay.
You are a poor
think you've
liar,
been totally honest there.
Mademoiselle Bernard.
Excuse me, Mr. Poirot, but I do not see why you are interested in our humble little crime.
And which
It would
humble
appear
little
that your
crime would
sister's
that be?
murder is a second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in
Yeah.
Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have
Probably
my
not.
confidence, Mr. Poirot. Don is a quiet and sensitive young man. Slightly reserved, too. And as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper, he completely lost control. He could
Did he?
be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when
So
was
wait a
this?
minute.
The first time was about a year ago. But they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man.
Oh, okay.
It was an awful scene.
Pretty scandalous at that time.
She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day...
One day.
Well,
Okay.
he'd commit murder.
But what? Does she think he's a
so
suspect?
you were afraid that he would become our main suspect. I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Guess.
Exactly.
We know
Had
why.
you not told me about the case, I would never have dared to tell you about this little matter. Don
Uh-huh.
loved Betty with all his heart.
Don't believe you.
I can't imagine for one instant that he would
Don't
hurt
believe
her.
you.
Very good, Mademoiselle Bernard. Thank you for your help.
Interesting. Interesting.
Fraser is at the Ginger Cat. The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him now. Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
Of course,
Okay.
Mr.
To her
Poirot.
pants.
And don't
Some of
be
the
too
accent.
hard on Don. He's more fragile than he looks.
He's
If you
more
say
fragile
so.
than he looks. Is he? So we can always beat him up a bit. I mean,
Let's now try and get our brain cells
Oh.
to work.
we got to work our brain cells again, guys. Always worth doing. So what was Betty doing with her evening? Let me see. Okay, so she knows we know she lied about what she was planning to do. Which means... Oh yeah, she probably planned to meet someone that evening. And we know that she was seeing other men. So she was lying because she had a date with someone else, we think. And the victim has marks on her neck. So did she know her assailant? Well, that doesn't really tell me if she knew him, but he seduced her before taking her to
Let
the
us
beach.
now try and get our brain cells to
Yeah,
work.
okay, that sounds about right. Oh, what is her sister's behaviour hiding? She definitely was interested in that photograph, wasn't she? And She's very defensive of... Is that an option? Yeah, she really likes Donald Fraser. She's very defensive of him. And... Did she have a motive for killing her sister? She was seeing other men. She mentioned that as being scandalous. She was jealous. I think we've found out all we're going to find out there, so let's get out of here. And let's head back to the restaurant. Speak to the boyfriend. Oh, whiskey. I wonder. Scotsman.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
What's my
Big
feeling?
chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind.
So he's a big
I
chap.
talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he's a reserved character, but with a nasty
He's
temper.
reserved with a nasty
We will see
temper.
if this is the case.
So why would she have such a soft spot for him if she admitted that he's hot-tempered? Doesn't make a great deal of sense. Also, it would be nice if we could have some kind of button that stops Poirot from waddling along like a penguin, and instead maybe walking a little quicker. But I guess we'll go in and find out what's going on. Going to the man. Well, we'll look at him first. You should always look at people, I think. Well, there he is. Oh, we don't get an
How do
option
you do,
to
Mr. Fraser?
examine him, okay.
You're Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that it may not be at the right time, but
Your
I would like
accent's
to ask you a
interesting.
few questions.
But before I do, I'm just gonna glare at you for
This
a moment.
man looks suspicious.
Suspicious. He's drinking whiskey. And she wanted whiskey, and someone wanted whiskey the evening before. Oh, there's something here. What is it? I can't see it when it's out. What is it? Something in that area that I can't see. Let's look at his face first.
Leave me alone.
Clear it up. He wants us to leave him alone. Oh, there.
Donald
There we go.
Fraser is in a terrible
Crumpled
state.
up clothes and he hasn't
As
slept.
if he hadn't slept
Okay.
all night. And he's drinking white horse.
Okay. The whiskey
Leave me
that...
alone.
Well, that's not going to happen, sorry. See, you need to tell us what you've been
Tell
up
me
to.
that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly,
have
your
you been
lady friend has
doing?
been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
Listen to what?
Did
So
you
did he see
visit
her?
Betty yesterday afternoon?
Question.
No, I
Did you
haven't
see
seen Betty
her?
for 2 days. I was at the office yesterday afternoon.
Can you prove that?
What about
Of
last night?
course. But why this question? Betty died yesterday evening, didn't she?
Betty
But
was
you're
murdered
a
during the night.
suspect.
But that does not prove that she did not meet a murderer earlier in the day.
So am I a suspect?
Everybody close to Betty is a suspect,
Until,
Mr. Fraser.
you know,
I would
until
be a
we know
very
anything
poor
else,
detective
yeah.
if I did not examine all possible eventualities. Do you know what Betty's plans were yesterday evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
Well, that's interesting.
Yet, Megan only returned to Bexhill this morning,
Yeah.
Mr. Fraser.
She wasn't
didn't
there
know.
initially.
Right. May I ask you what you were
But then
doing
again, you
yesterday
know,
evening?
she's got previous
Spent
for
the
not
evening
being
working.
entirely honest with him, hasn't she?
Your colleagues can confirm this?
No, I often take work home with me.
He takes work home with him. Okay, I don't
You are
think
lying, Mr.
he's
Fraser.
telling the truth.
As was Betty when she hid the fact from you that she was seeing other men.
Betty was a
Yeah.
very decent young woman.
No, she
How
wasn't.
dare you sully her memory?
Okay.
I am not
We're looking for a
interested
killer.
in memories of her, Mr.
Okay.
Fraser. I am looking for a killer, and I need you to be my closest ally. That is, unless you have something to hide.
Of course I don't.
Très bien.
Okay.
So, what were we saying? Where were you yesterday evening?
I looked everywhere for her, but in vain. When she said she was going to have dinner with her sister on a weekday, I thought it was strange. I tried not to think about it, but I was like a lion in a cage. I was
He was
convinced,
convinced she was lying.
So I went round all the restaurants in the town.
He was
When I didn't
convinced
find
she
her,
was a
I went to
lion.
the next town.
Sorry, that's
Nothing.
stupid.
I
He's
must
not a
have
lion,
got home
obviously.
about midnight or 1 o'clock.
Did anybody see you?
I don't think so. I didn't talk to anybody. I was so furious.
So he was a human being. That's like the worst joke I could ever
I knew
make.
I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was
Because you
here.
knew that the
Yes.
boyfriend
it's
was
all
there
yours,
because you were
Chief
told.
Inspector.
Yeah, no, maybe.
Let us now try
didn't
and
do it.
get our brain cells to work.
So you're too late, and also he didn't do it. So, did Donald have a motive for the murder? Let's think. Bet he went out a lot. And he was violent. Hang on. So he had a motive. It was jealousy, yeah. Does he have an alibi? No, he doesn't. Does he have a motive for all the murders? Well, that's a point. Why would he be involved in the other murders? That makes sense. There's no motive for him to kill the other person, so it can't have been him. Okay. Well, there's not much we can say about that. That's just, it is what it is. So we'll leave Jap to deal with him, I guess. Let's see what else we can find out.
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
Yeah,
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet
But he
you
didn't
haven't
kill the
asked
other
Jack
person.
to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
okay.
I can't imagine
So
how
what
the
are we
murderer
reconstructing?
wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us
Why?
try and imagine the scene.
You're assuming that she didn't know the person or was involved with the person in some way.
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand.
Okay,
Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
yeah. And then keep walking because she
Both
was in
of them walk
6.
slowly to hut number 6.
Yeah. So she's then going to get changed. She took off her shoes and things.
Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
Why would... Why? And then obviously they don't do it right there, they did it further down the beach, so they're
They
going to
keep
advance a
walking.
little, aren't
Then
they?
she removes her belt.
Why would she...
The murderer
Removed her
moves
belt
behind her,
and put it round her
then
neck.
attacks her by surprise.
Why would she do that?
The body falls, lifeless, on
Why
the
did she...
sand.
Why would she... Why did she have to take the
Everything
belt
appears
off?
to
I
match
don't-
the crime scene.
I suppose if
Mr.
she was going
Hastings.
paddling, maybe.
That is exactly what happened.
Well, there you go. That's how it happened. You know? It's obvious when you think about it.
Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by timing his crimes, the murderer is
Yeah.
not his accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
What's going on here?
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless.
Suddenly Hastings
But
can't
not stupid
speak.
enough to follow a stranger. Return to London, mon
Yeah,
cher
he
Hastings.
can't. What's going on? Hastings isn't able to speak anymore. Only Poirot. There is no Hastings, only Poirot. So, I mean, we're leaving. Guess we're going to our car and leaving then. As would appear to be the case. And I think we might make that the end of tonight's stream once we've cleared 2 cases. Well, I say we've cleared 2 cases, we still don't know who the killer is, but I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll get back to Poirot's home.
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for
As
us
I'm
to
sure
do
that's
here.
what we're doing. And then we'll...
Jap has decided to reveal details to the press. The alphabet murder is now famous.
So
It
now
is
there's a
not a
known
bad idea.
alphabet killer.
The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling.
Yeah, but no. Not really. Oh. It would appear he's found
Poor
another
Mr.
letter.
Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps.
17th of
Let us see if
Churston on
you
the
can do any
30th.
better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a
Definitely
bit
the same
dull having it
person.
all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours,
I know.
ABC.
Lovely. Well, once we're able to change it to do something
You hear that,
else.
Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge. He will strike on 30th in Churston. We must warn Scotland Yard.
I guess we must.
No time to lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
Well, that could be a problem. I mean, how does he expect us to solve the crime if he doesn't tell us anything? Okay, well, that's going to be it for now. We've just got another achievement. Pyramidal moustache, apparently. So we will exit for now. And next time we'll come back with more ABC. Well, tomorrow it'll be Gabriel night, but the day after it'll be more ABC murders. Thank you very much for tuning in. Remember to keep an eye on my Twitter page, twitter.com/supernautus, to find out when I'm going live or what I'm going live with. And a few other bits and pieces as and when I do them. Little mini film reviews and other things like that as I'm doing them. My YouTube page is pretty much up to date with most of my things. That's Supernautus Streams if you want to look at my earlier streams. Quite a large amount of videos there to look at. And it's pretty much up to date. The only one is yesterday's video and obviously today's once it's uploadable. But yeah, keep an eye on that. Remember, usually UK time I'm live about 10 o'clock. Most days, I'll maybe take sort of 1-2 days off during the week. But yeah, most days 10 o'clock is about when I'll be available. So thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you'll tune in next time. Thank you for all the support. And that's about it for now. Good night.